Okay, for everyone watching, this is a knife review for a Smith & Wesson 50 cal Magnum anniversary knife. This particular knife comes in two different models. They're both a CK50 model. One is a Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops, and the other is the 50 cal Smith & Wesson Magnum Anniversary model. They're very large folder. They are nice and comfortable. They're solid. They fit well in your hands, especially if you have large hands. They're very comfortable to carry, very comfortable to use. They're not heavy for folders of this size. They don't have a solid back. It's a hollow spine with support bolts. The support bolts hold up fairly well. I have not had any issues with them, but these knives do have quirks to them. Most common of which being the pivot loosens up and you have to Loctite it so it doesn't come loose. Common complaint amongst a lot of folders. The other being the pocket clip strips out. The bolts loosen up, they strip very easily just with regular daily use carry, pulling it in and out of your pocket. It's kind of frustrating when that happens, especially if you're on the go somewhere and on the move and it comes off, the screws go everywhere. They are very smooth, very comfortable folders. They got nice smooth action to them. The blades are nice and weighty. They are very comfortable in the way that they handle and the way that they hold. If you have small hands, though, once again, they're not really a good knife to carry. They're just not going to fit good because they are large. This is a 3.7-inch 440C stainless steel blade with spring steel liners and G10 external scales. The internal pivot ring is nylon, and they handle very smoothly. They're very comfortable to use and very comfortable to carry if you enjoy larger folders. The downside, once again, is these pocket clips loosen up. This one I just retightened a day or so ago. But I will say, this is actually the third ones that I've owned. The other one, I was using it and it fell out of my hand. It slipped out and it broke off right here along that section there on the blade. Also, the liner lock snapped. That is all that's left of the previous liner. I will say that Smith & Wesson, actually, it's not Smith & Wesson, to get something clarified. It is a side company that makes these knives for Smith & Wesson. And pretty much any knife that you see that has the Smith & Wesson logo on it or name on the blade is going to be manufactured by a company called Taylor Brands LLC, also known as TaylorMade. They are based out of Tennessee, and they're manufactured in wonderful, where else, China. They are a comfortable knife. They're very comfortable. They're large, but they're nice. I do wish they would have used better material because of the fact that I did break the one outright, and before I broke it, the pocket clips stripped. So I did have trouble with that factoring aspect, and this one even loosened up. In the process of it broke, I sent it back to TaylorMade. They sent me a new one without question or without any hassle. So I will give them, it's very good. They do have kind of a pricier shipping. It's about $8 to $9 to ship a knife back to them, and they pay for, you know, any repairs or replacement. It's rather a pain to think about, though, because you buy it expecting it to perform and do what it needs to do, and then you find all these weird little quirks to it. So that gets kind of frustrating. This is actually the clip that's stripped off. I bought this knife as a replacement when the other one broke, then sent it back, and in the process between, it took about a month for everything that I was doing and them to send it back to me. It took about 3 weeks for them to send it back, and about a week and a half for me to get ready to send it. In the process, the pocket clips stripped out on the new one that I bought within about a month and a week and fell off, and that was with Loctite on it. This is the new one. I've had it for about a month, and I've retightened it 3 times already, so about once a week. And that's one time, the last time I put Loctite on this, about 3-4 days ago, and it has not come loose since. Hopefully it won't, but it's been my experience that with this design it does. It is a very nice knife. They're a very handsome knife, and I do enjoy owning them, but once again, I would have been more willing to pay more money for a folder this handsome and this nice if they would have made it out of better material. It's a classic example of well thought through design. Everything on it is really nice, really handsome, really well done, and just a very poor follow through on the part of manufacturing. I will continue to carry them until they break, and then I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to bother with these particular tailor-made folders again after it happens. But if it happens, I'm not going to be that skeptical and say when, I'll say if. But I do enjoy them, they're nice, and hopefully that's helpful in making a decision as to whether you want to buy one or not. They are not, once again, made by Smith & Wesson. They're made for Smith & Wesson by Taylor Brands. And they do have quirks, but they're very handsome, very nicely built as far as design. It's just they could have used better material and it would have turned out much better. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, hoped it was helpful, and hope to see you again. We'll be doing more. Thank you. Bye.